Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Tennis Manager 25. And after a slightly disappointing Australian Open and first kind of 6 weeks or so of the season, we're now into this next part where Hannah drops down to the 20th spot. Margot drops back down below 520. Jack's outside the top 100. Nadia stays outside the top 50. And David very close to being 50th. Yeah, don't love what's happening to Hannah, but I feel pretty good about it. I did just go in and do the Sports HQ because we had the money for it. So I figured, why not? That made sense to me, right? So we'll do that. We got some big things. Jack got injured again, which worries me. And we put Moyes down to just quarterfinals only because the early rounds just aren't really that interesting. So Jack has to pull out. Absolutely fine. Hannah. Huh. Good player, but I think we're better. We're right there in ranking. I think we're better than them. We're just not in form, and it didn't really feel like we really challenged her either. We beat our opponents by this scoreline all the time, and we're pretty much in control. Just Hannah not in a good place right now. That's crazy. So the stores is actually pretty cheap. It's only $7.70, which isn't bad. I mean, it's still like what, 28 or so months, 27 months, um, to make this money back. But I don't hate it. So we got this 1.1 million, this 1.6, whatever this is going to be on top, and then we will be fully upgraded. Yeah. Nadia does get knocked out. Video tactical room. Kind of in a good place. Moyes, Ben Shelton, 7563. So he's now into the semis. Not a huge tournament, but pretty big. Attracts the world's best. Fonseca is in here. We should win. We do 6-4, 6-4. That'll put us into a final with who? Alcaraz, probably. So, and yeah, still in like really good shape. And it is, well, you can see here, it's Alcaraz. We've only ever lost to him once. First set goes to him 7-5 in a tiebreaker. 6-3, 6-1 though is fairly comfortable. And Moyes does get the job done. So, yeah, I don't mind that at all. I feel that's pretty good for us. Margot gaining a couple of things. Little bits here and there. Training's going okay. Jack is injured, so he can't go into that. I'm guessing that's what that is, because he shouldn't be rejected for any other reason. I'm straight into some tough tournaments. So this is just like kind of the early season grind. Penakova 7-6, 6-2. That's pretty decent. It's a solid opponent that Hannah hasn't been playing well. So you kind of got to take that for what it is. Torson's beaten us before. She will beat us again. So, yeah, there comes our poor form as well. So don't love that one. Again, we can understand it. It's not like a shock to the system. Oh my god, I can't believe we lost. But it's disappointing. For sure. It's disappointing. And it's going to end up costing Hannah her ranking, I think. She might be dipping outside of the top 20 fairly soon. So, yeah, I have gone out and booked as well, I think, to week 23. I want to say it's week 23. Okay, a few more points there. A few more points here. Nobody doing great. Apart from Moyes, who's also had a little tricky start to things. Yeah, I think we're week. Yeah, week 22 for Moyes and Hannah. And that lasts them through 23. And then Margot. It is, I couldn't see it. But Margot, Jack, Nadia, and David should then be booked out through week 23, respectively. So we're in a solid place. Oh, look, it's the World Cup. It's the World Cup. It's the World Cup. It's still the World Cup. And no, it's actually the World Cup. Again. Looks like a few good ones there. Don't really care. So, yeah, the goals are going to come later, hopefully. Level 7 for youth and scouting. Okay, we're working on it. Reputation just doesn't happen. We've already sacked somebody, so that's fine. We've only got to keep 321. So we're right there. We are right there right now. I don't mind that. Okay, Jack is back from his second injury in a month. So that's good. At least he's back. It looks like a lot of the qualifiers went our way, so those World Cup qualifiers absolutely fine. So yeah, just outside the top 500, outside the top 100, outside the top 50s, outside the top 20, still world number one. I'm okay with all that. We can just keep grinding on. As we know, the French Open is next. Nadia gets knocked out of a quarter. Sports study is done to a level 3. And now we know that's going to take 661, so nowhere near as much as we thought to max out. So that's not bad either. I got to say, that's actually not that bad. So, okay. David gets through his semi-final, which gives us another final to play here. And if I'm right, he was the only one of 4 that didn't win the final, or was it 3 that we had? We had 3 finals. He was the only one that didn't win, maybe. Number 7 seed, the only seed left. A little boy's 300. This would be pretty big for him, to be honest with you. He needs something like this. Patrick Story has beaten us before, though, and will again. And so, David, I think that's now 3, maybe 4 finals, I think, over the last couple of years that we've ended up losing. And that's fine. Still very young. Still a lot of development still to go. I don't feel like that's a be-all, end-all in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so Hannah's been accepted. Everyone else gets wild cards. And yeah, David gets all the way up to number 30. A win there would have probably taken him to 25 to 20 range, probably 20. Similar to what Nadia would have got for winning instead of getting knocked out of the quarterfinals. But that's fine. So everyone's good right now. Jack's lacking on tournaments really badly. I will say that. Ooh. Andreeva, okay. Well, this was kind of tough the last time we played. Not as tough for this time we played. Yeah. Yeah, Hannah's just not quite breaking through. Right ankle is fixed for Jack. Love that. Maybe he can start playing some tournaments. Moyes gets knocked out in the 32 by Landaluce. I mean, he's been playing better against us. Okay, well, quarterfinal for Margot. 6-4, 6-3. Don't mind that. Up to a semi. Oh, she gets beaten by Daniela Gonzalez. Not kind of what I expected. David gets to another final. We're really moving in the right way. But yeah, good points nonetheless for Margot. And every like quarterfinal or above she's getting at 35, she's getting decent points. And that's kind of all that we need. So loses 6-3, wins an extended 7-5, and then wins 6-3. Very kind of close when you measure it all up. Very close. Yeah, this is big for David. That's a bunch more points. He's going to climb up a lot. Training. Tiny little bits for Jack, which is nice. Don't really care about much of this. Hannah is falling down the rankings. We knew she would. Margot up to 440. David is at 17 in the boys. Yeah, we just need Hannah to win. Zinran Shun, a former, in another lifetime, former player. 7-6, 7-5. Now we're up against Mira Andreeva, who knocked us out at the Australian and the US Opens quite comfortably. We're not in great form, so we expect our defeat there. It's not a bad one, it's just bad for our ranking and our points. But we're not really expecting to climb that much higher. I think if by the end of the year, after a good tournament or two, we can get up towards the sort of top 10 in the world, I would be pretty happy with that. But overall, I don't think it's anything I particularly need to worry about or want to worry about. We'll just see how it goes, I guess. It's where Moyes was. He was kind of battling and he was performing at the Grand Slams, but not anywhere else. Now, Hannah, of course, isn't doing particularly well at the Grand Slams. And so there is that. The good thing is every time she does win, even just an opening round or two, she will get a few more points. So there is that. Yeah, so we've got 1 month left before the sports center's completely maxed out. We've got 4 months before the medical center is completely maxed out. And then we're pretty close to finishing the sports study programs, which should give us 1.6 million after that. And yeah, 6 months to finish the supervision tools. And 6 months for the hotels, which is another 1.1. So it's not bad. It's 100% not bad. Might not be particularly good, but it's definitely not bad. Hannah hasn't played her before. Loses 6-3, but then 6-2, 6-1. Comes through quite strongly in a 64. This is kind of what we need from Hannah, is just to kind of get going a little bit. We've beaten Anna before. Lose the opener 6-2, but then 7-5, 6-3. We're starting to battle through. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves around the 16 and 1,000, which is where Moyes gets knocked out. Oh. Emerson Jones. We've both been slightly inside the top 20. We're both 2-2 head-to-head. Former, albeit briefly, doubles partners. And Emerson Jones just decimates. But at least we get to the 16. And like I say, that's a decent amount of ranking points. So I will take it. I will take it. 7-6 loser first, then 6-4, 6-1. Not too bad at all as Margot marches on. It's a quarterfinal match. In the semi, she'll play against Erzsébet and should win. Yeah, 6-1, 6-2. Nice little easy match to set up for the final. Number 2 seed will face off against a wild card, Petra Konik. Yeah, hold on. Konjikasik. Interesting name. 6-3 to her, then 6-2, 6-2 to take it for Margot. And that's kind of what we want to see, because Margot's been kind of needing to get some stuff done. Don't care about upgrades right now. Okay. So, Kitchenok has climbed up to 47th in the world. That's good. Solid. Not great. But we are performing at a high level. So, again, the ones we win more than make up for the ones we don't. I feel okay about that. All the way up to number 17 for Kong. A lot of points. Some good wins. Kind of dominant in places. And then Margot holds her juniors despite not doing amazingly well in the Aussie Open. But she does hold that for now. Then on the men's, new entry, entering at 1,896 in the world. Xiaoyou David Kong, has been just fantastic. And so now he's able to start maybe gaining 1 or 2 points and transitioning into those rookie tournaments. That'll be interesting. Then we got Margot, who jumps from the 600s all the way up to 443. Pretty good from her. Good points total. Good records in the tournament she's played. She's slowly becoming a good player for her level. And Jack as well moves down. Back-to-back injuries. Didn't play like 4 tournaments. He might be like 3 or 4 behind everybody right now. But he did win a few. He just had to forfeit 3 out of the 4 tournaments, I'm guessing. To be honest with you, that's kind of what I think happened. Hannah drops down to 26. We knew it would happen. Decent point total. But she's competing against good people. And she's also just losing 2 people she shouldn't. It's the same thing Moyes did before he broke out. So maybe it's going to take a Grand Slam or something for Hannah to kind of shoot up the rankings and kind of get back to her best like it did for Moyes. Who knows? He does hold his number 1 position. He's got 1,800 points on the season already, 1.79 million. And yeah, very, very good from him. So don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. And while she is getting knocked out early, having Hannah just keep playing might work. Quick little check. Hannah's played 9 tournaments. We're in week 14. Hannah's played 9. Moyes has played 6, which is the respectable number. Margot's played 6. Jack's played 4. He should have played 7, but he's played 4. Nadia's played 8, and Kong's played 8. So I feel pretty good. Jack's got a little catching up to do. He definitely has some catching up to do. A couple of busy weeks ahead for him. Our French contingent might play a couple of back-to-backs. Nadia and David should just go every other week from here to the end of the season, pretty much. And we can kind of cherry pick a little bit with Hannah. A little bit. So, yeah, I don't mind kind of where they're at. I don't mind where they're at. We do need to hit some more objectives and stuff. We do need to be better at that. But, yeah, there we go. So up to 23 for Hannah, back instead of the top 25. Margot, 316. Hell yeah. Jack, still outside the top 100. Nadia falls down to 50. David's almost a top 10 junior. So, yeah. Back and forth, bits and pieces, absolutely fine. We've kind of hit all our goals that we're probably going to. So I don't know if we're going to hit everybody at 50% on their objectives, and I don't think we're going to increase the reputation of the Academy, because even when it should have, it hasn't in recent years. So 6-1-6-2 with a tiebreaker in the middle. Hannah does get through, though. Laura Samson, very tough opponent. 6-2-6-2. Okay. That's someone I could see us losing to. That is someone I could see us losing to. Sabalenka is another one. And this time it does go against a 6-3-6-1. But a quarter-finalist at 1,000, that's not bad. That'll hold our ranking. That's kind of all you can kind of expect from Hannah. I mean, if we're honest, we shouldn't expect more than that. Bunch of little bits and pieces. Turn those down. And yeah. Pretty good. So yeah, we're back just outside the top 20 with Hannah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So I guess we're 52% on Margot. A clean sweep in the first round. David gets knocked out. Quarterfinal for Jack. His first tournament really back. He's up against number 1 seed, who's Bachman, who's right in a, sort of the same level. 6-2-6 love. Big win for Jack. Coming back with authority in that one. I love that. Margot, 6 love, 6 love. Our first ever shutout, I believe. She absolutely dominates. Nadia does get knocked out in the quarterfinal. Kwame against Sinner. Okay. We're 1-1. Where is this? Monte Carlo Masters. Okay. 6-7, but 6-4, 6-4 takes us through. So that's a 1,000-point tournament, I believe. So it'd be really nice to do something there. Demineur, who is very solid, but not really good enough to beat us, I don't feel. 6-4, 7-6. Jack is going up against Darderi. Again, we should win 6-1, 6 love. Only giving up a single game. And Margot up against number 6 seed Sifrad. And losing the first 4-6, but then 6-3, 7-6. to make that a final. Again, a trio of finals for our academy is pretty good. So, Carlos Alcaraz, the world number 2 and the second seed here, against Moise Kwame, the world number 1 and top seed. We have had Alcaraz's number, and we do again. 6-1, 6-1, lose a tiebreaker in the middle, but dominance when we wanted to win and got the job done there. Porphyry against Estevez. Not that bad a player. Similar kind of rank again, but we've done quite well against those. 6-2, 6-1. Jack, first tournament back from injury proper, and he does take 100 points, I believe, for the tour. I love that. And then Margot in another final. This is worth 35 points for her. She's already got, 23? That's pretty good. First versus second seed, she is much higher rated against Aspen Schumann. 6-2-6 love. Okay. Hat-trick of victories. Love that, love that, love that. That's going to be good for us. We'll talk here. Yeah, Moise is a great example of a young recruit that's come good. He'll be a major player really soon. We study a lot, spend a lot of time. And thanks to Mike Borg. We can clear our inbox. And yeah, those are huge. Those are huge wins for us. Huge, huge wins. So all these wild cards. So like David getting a 100 is kind of nuts, but like it is what we've come to expect. To be fair, it is what we've come to expect. So David is not quite in the rankings right now, but will be soon. We are prepping pretty heavily. Jack, of course, is out of sync because of his injuries and whatnot, but yeah, to come through that and still be 88th in the world, I think is pretty good. Margot flying now. She's up to 271. So, can she get top 100? I don't know. She is number 13 in the world of French women, though. So, that's definitely more than what we needed, right? That's absolutely crazy. So, bit of tournament prep for people. And then we'll see what world brings for us. Week 17. Wild cards don't really feel like changing those. That's fine. Get rid of all of that. See, everyone's pretty good. David's form isn't amazing, which is nuts. He just won a tournament. He's got like 4 finals in a row. So his form's coming down off that, I guess. Everyone's a little unfit, apart from Jack, who's got another week to go, and David. Nadia's suffering a little bit more. And then Jack and Hannah's in a good mood, definitely. Moise, Nadia, and David, fantastic. And Margot is a little upset going into hers. So again, we'll kind of see how all this works. But yeah, Margot just being outside the 250 range is great. Hannah will break into that top 20 again. But yeah, she'll just need to get a little run going. And then I think it'll all kind of come together quite nicely. So it's not going to be this week. Oh my God, that is abysmal. That is absolutely abysmal. I'm sorry to do it to you, Moyes, but like I'm overseeing you right now, and Hannah, for the first time in her career, is going because I need to change something up, and I don't think it's going to affect Moyes very much, and it's maybe just a shot that Hannah kind of needs. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Let's just go to the finals of everybody. I thought it'd be kind of more interesting doing things this way, but no. Like we'll watch Moyes' progress because Hannah's is more sketchy. But Adam Walton 6-4-6-1. Nadia gets knocked out, but it's fine. It's not exactly great, and it's not the best person to knock us out. Again, 3 times in a row very quickly. Indeed, it is 6-3, 3-6, 7-6. Beating him 3 times very quickly. Darwin Blanche should win, but these are always tricky. And yeah, like a tough tiebreaker than another tiebreaker. Or we win 6-4 to take the match. Sometimes that's how those go. You just never quite know what you're getting. Kwame against Holger Rune again, with Fonseca and Fields on the other side of the bracket. Never lost to Holger. Not going to start now 7-6-6-3. And that's going to be an all-French final in Madrid. Arthur Fields, Moise Kwame. He's beaten us twice. We've only beaten him once. But at this point, we are better. And we prove it on the turf. 6-2, 6-4. It's not even going to be turf, right? This is still clay. I think this is clay. Might be hard surface. Yeah, it's on clay. Margot against a qualifier, not in the top 1,000. 6-love, 6-2. Really appreciate that one. Absolutely phenomenal. Impressive on the returns. Yes, he did really good. We've had the young guy. We're competitors. We want to win them all. Climb through the ranks a little, how far will he go? Yeah. Week after week, he's a dangerous player. There we go. I think that kind of makes sense. I know we should be booking pretty close. Yeah, 21st. We're starting to get some options. We're booked up through the 23rd, 22nd for the Open, for the Grand Slam. So we can go ahead and look. So we've got the Paris Open. And then I guess we just go 25, 27. So, I mean, that makes sense to me, right? So, Cinch and Wimbledon. And then, yeah, don't even think we can qualify. Like, if I'm all honest, I really don't even think we can qualify. We can. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. That's that's interesting. That's interesting. Can move up to Pro 50. Can qualify there. Again, you're gonna have to qualify. No, you can just go in. You can just go in. Because we're inside the top 100. I love that for us. I love that for us. I really, really do. You're not quite at a 250 level, so okay. Well, 125. And that, you can't qualify for Paris. What you can do is go into a little 100. Nope. We're gonna get drawn into that anyway. Okay. We need to find a part of the schedule we can kind of get Jack into like 3 tournaments in a row to make up for what he's missed. Um, yeah, I do think that's kind of something we need to look out for. Oh, I can book you in the rookies. I can book you in the rookies. Your goals are boys tournaments. If I take her at 23, put you in rookie 15 in week 22. Go week 24, and then it's grass. I'd rather have you playing on clay for 200, and then we got to play on grass. We got to play on grass. I think that works though. I do think that kind of works. So okay, yeah, Margot's inside the top 250. Nadia back inside the top 40, top 50. As long as we can keep our records kind of similar to what they are now, I think we'll be okay. Can't lie. Think we'll be okay. Jack gets knocked out early. So 175 is pretty tough for him, but yeah, okay. Um, that'll be fully maxed out in 13 days. That'll be fully maxed out in 3 days. Sorry, 3 months. This will be fully maxed out in 7 to 8 months, probably. So that'll take us through to the end of the year. So by the end of the year, everything should be maxed out. I'm going to go for the hotel. That's 6 months. We've got the money in the bank. Let's go ahead and do it. We should be now underneath our money, yeah, but not by much. And I don't mind that. Honestly, I don't think I really mind that. Because we've got a world number one. We've got a Grand Slam, multiple Grand Slam winner. We've got 2 very good youngsters. 2 great up and comers. a top 20 player in the world and the world number one. So we're getting to the point where everything's just coming together so nicely. Okay, so they didn't want to give you the 22. Even though it said that we should. Now, my question is that a mandatory? Because I don't think it is. Wimbledon's 22. Not Wimbledon, sorry. France is 22. The France Junior, therefore, should be 23 or 24. I think. Yeah, 24. But it wouldn't let me in a rookie 15 in week 22. Even though it doesn't say that we can't, even though it says we should be fully able to go, we got pulled out of the tournament. Don't love that. Don't love that. Okay. Echeverry, 6'4", 7'6". That's an easy one. Hannah gets knocked out. Oh, I thought she was playing a little better in that last tournament. I thought maybe we're starting to turn a corner. Doesn't look like it. Henry Searle, 6'3", 6'3". Everybody else is winning in their tournaments. Hannah is the one that's struggling this week. Ben Shelton, 6'3", 6'2". Jack gets a quarterfinal. That's decent from him. That's decent. Another 25 ranking points. Theo. Ooh. Theo, Gabby, and Arthur. Okay. Okay. Sadly, we might have to knock out a Frenchman here, but yeah. Papa Marmalis is out. 6'4", 6'4". Did either of the other two get through? Fairly certain that answer is going to be no. And in fact, yeah. Holger and Yannick, as expected, win. Kaelin Biggin, though, gets knocked out by Niall Pickard Barua. Okay. That's the highest you've ever been. You're a young 21-year-old on a bit of a storm. You get to play Yannick Sinner. Good luck with that. We get to play Holger, who we're 4-0 against. Make that 5. 6-7 to him, but then 6-4, 6-4. And Yannick wins 6-3, 6-3. So we will face the Italian in the international Italian final. 2 matches to us, 1 to him. He does not tie it up again. 6-7 to our opponent in the first, but 6-4, 6-4 claims the match. And Moyes just wins another tournament. Margot, looking at that top 200 and thinking maybe, just maybe, 6-2, 6-2 over Kimiko Cooper. Should be a decent jump for her. David Kong against Morta Sifu. I was trying to say Morata for some reason. David loses another final. It's like 5 or 6 this season. And Nadia gets to her final against Zuga and wins 6-3, 6-love. She does seem to win fairly comfortably, fairly quickly at times. So I'm pretty good at that. 35 points for you is big. 140 for David could be big. 200 for Kitchenok is big. And that 1,000 should keep Moyes pretty much clear at the top to the end of this season. Even if we lose all the Grand Slams and everything else, unless either Holger or Carlos win the other 3 Grand Slams this year, they're not going to be catching up to us. I'm pretty confident on that. So, yeah, no slacking off, but he can get some rest. Yeah, he's doing really, really well. He'll be staying at the top. And of course, he's an inspiration. He's the world number 1. He's been here from a long time, young age. We're very glad to have him. He definitely is an inspiration. He's showing all our players what they can go and get done in the world of tennis. Timing goes up. Love that. I'm very tempted to go and take one of these little wild cards for Nadia. Win one match. Get a point on the women's tour. Be ranked. Yeah, she's right outside the top 200. 203rd. Jack's up to 81st in the world. Nadia's top 25 in the girls. David is 10th in the boys. Everybody's coming down into a good place right now, and I absolutely love it. Moyes, 175. 6 Love, 6-2. Hannah also gets a little win done. It's been ankle and it's been just, so many Achilles. So left Achilles now, but is right Achilles, right ankle, right ankle. It's been a lot of lower body. He's got some elbow, shoulder, wrist, back. But yeah, both thighs, both ankles, both knees. Is there an injury proneness or something? Like, is there? Because I'm kind of worried about Jack. Shintaro Mochizuki, haven't played him for a while. 6-4, 6-1. Yeah, let me know what you think about Jack. Is he injury prone? Is that a thing in the game? Is it hidden? Is there a stat somewhere that we can confirm? Yeah, there you go. Full marked out sports center. The first thing to get fully done. 2 and 3 months to get that done. Like I say, 6 months, 7 months once that's done. 5 months for this to be done. So our only upgrades we can now buy are these 2. Hannah into a quarterfinal. Okay. So only at 125. We should be winning, but to build form. There we go. lose a tiebreak, but then 6-2, 6-3. Moyes against Flavio again, 6-3 in the second set after a tiebreaker. Really want Hannah to win. Really want Hannah to win this. Number 3, Marchenko, beaten her twice. 6-3, 6-1, nice and easy. Gabriel Debreu. Cazot is on the other side of this. If he can get past Pagani, an all-French final. 2-2. 7-6, 6-4. Moyes makes that final. Hannah makes her final. We could just be seeing that form issue disappear for Hannah right before the French Open. She's going to play Wakana Sonobe. 6-1, 6-2 is exactly what she needed. We dropped it down to a 125. She's come through with flying colours. Talking of colours, it's not the French colours raised on the other side of the bracket. Cazot loses 6-3, 6-3. The Pagani was a slight head-to-head record against us, but Moy should tie this up and put the Argentine out of this tournament. 6-3, 6-4 in Taipei. First, third, and fourth go to France. Kwame wins again nicely. Her form is not abysmal. Her form is not abysmal. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit that. We need 1.6. Once we have like 1.8, I feel like I can pull the trigger. We are the highest reputation academy in the world, despite not increasing our reputation according to the board for the past 3 seasons. We are the highest reputation. Moratoglu has a better team. We got the number 21 woman and the number 1 men's, as well as 2 of the best up-and-coming juniors. Someone fast approaching the top 200 in the women's game and top 100 in the men's game. So they must just have more than us. That's fine. Our scouting is a little bit below everybody at the top end level. That's fine. We've got the best training facilities in the world. We're joint top medical. And we have one of the best business centers. And yeah, USA number 1. But we're up there with Germany and France in terms of the talent zone. Some of those academies. Italy, Spain, and then down to Serbia and Sweden. So I guess that's just where they're going to be. Number of players, number of players, number of players. Okay. Yeah. So Mark Siban, top 40. Nice to see him there. Ming Zhu, 76. Patrick Story, we've seen a couple of times now, number 27. And Vartak, we don't know Vartak at all. But she is solid. Is she ever going to make it? No. She's just the best junior women's player in the Federation. She's really not great. Yeah, save energy. Yeah, physical rest with his therapist. Best form. He's really good right now. Hope he's still got a little more. and just preparation all we needed to do. So, yeah, that's nice. That's decent. Absolutely fine. 30 less day for the sports study programs. Okay. That's nice. I mean, yeah, we've had a couple of slowdowns. Having one kind of pick up is nice. Just wish it would be on the 6 months one. So, there we go. So, David is going to be in the Paris Junior Open. Nadia is going to be in the Paris Junior Open. And Margot is going to be in the Paris Junior Open. So, 2 in the girls, 1 in the boys. And then Hannah will be in the Paris Open. And both Moyes and Jack will be in the Paris Open. So, 2 boys, 1 girl. So, all 6 of us are competing for a major. 3 on the junior side, 3 on the pro side. And Margot's really close to moving out of that range and just being pro side. And she's not that far away from qualifying just for the next major. Not even having to go through qualifiers. But she continues her pathway. That 206 will quickly jump up and we will see her really, really doing well too. So there we are. Everybody now then. 23rd in the world for Hannah. Moyes holds number 1. Margot outside the top 200, but not by much. Jack still around that 80 range. Nadia just outside the top 25. David just outside the top 10. But I think that's a great place to leave it as we move on next to the Paris Open, the French Grand Slam event. It's coming up quickly. So, yeah, I hope to see you there. Until then, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. All the very best to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the memberships and the other playlists while you're there. Appreciate all the support and the kind words. And I'll see you next time, folks.